Hello everyone, my name is Jules Gill and this is Rachel Howie. And today is a very, very sad day because unfortunately somebody that we were very, very close to has passed on. And it's Bethesda, because with Fallout 76, the game is in a tailspin. The game is still broken. It's a title that ran out of endgame content and had nowhere to go. The roadmap that was promised is in pieces, and as we detailed yesterday, they have just unleashed a premium subscription model which offers paltry, somewhat insulting rewards to players. But unfortunately, just like when you finish one of our lists here at WhatCulture.com and get sent to Watch Mojo, this is about to get worse. Because it's broken!
Oh my god, is this game so broken. I've been reading up about this all morning, Jules, and the more I read, the worse it gets. It's such a I feel so sorry for the people who bought this! People bought this!
As a recap for people who are just catching up on this, because this is effectively a part 2 to yesterday's massive news piece. So what they've done is Fallout 76 is not in a good state, and what they've done is they have said that they're going to put a paid-for subscription model that is $100 a year or $13 a month, and that will allow you access to private servers, a storage chest, fast travel, and ranger armor, and also some atoms, which means that you're basically spending money to get a little bit of money back.
Yeah, it's very, very similar to what ESO have with ESO Plus. Things like the unlimited storage are so helpful in Elder Scrolls Online, and of course you do get the crowns each month, and there's new things to buy each month, so it's pretty cool. So it's the same as that, but for a game that wasn't even really that good to begin with.
No, and the problem is that there are many problems. A, it's the fact that they're charging for this when the game itself is not in a state that many would consider to be complete. B, it's pushed the Wastelanders DLC, which was heavily it was probably
that was the apology.
Yeah,
that was the apology.
That was Todd Howard coming out and being like, look, we literally listened to all and watched all of the memes. Here's some bit of DLC that's coming your way that is going to be free, that should be apologized, because it was going to add in the NPCs again.
Yes.
Adding in dialogue options that were going to be similar to like Fallout 3.
You mean, well, things that should have been in the game to begin with, to be honest.
And then it had, what else was it that was there? Romance options were going to be back in again. And then there was going to be brand new areas and stuff like that. So basically it was going to make it fantastic. They've pushed that back, and instead they've put this paid-for subscription model in place, which many players are saying, you can't even purchase at the moment, because if you try and buy it, there's a bug which stops you from actually trying to buy it in the first place. So that's brilliant. So they're failing at trying to get your money out of your wallet in the first place. But wait,
there's more.
The fact is that people are saying that the chest that you put all of your consumables in.
So basically one of the biggest draws, I'd say there's two big draws to this. The one big draw being the unlimited storage for your scrap. So you could put like all your valuables in there, or your scrap, I guess. Maybe scrap is one man's scrap is another man's valuable, you know?
Very true.
Putting it all in there, and players are then loading it back up again, and it's gone. The chest is just eating all of their stuff.
Right, easy now. Just because the game is a flaming turd doesn't mean that we can have potty mouths. Come on.
And I just think it's hilarious because it's like, oh hey, pay $13 a month to store all of your stuff, but instead of storing it, we're gonna take it.
It's like throwing it into a black hole, isn't it? And then there's other people saying as well that there's an issue with the fact that the amount of money that you get per month, the caps that you get back from the atoms. The atoms, sorry. They're not even enough to buy the most basic skins.
How much are the skins?
Apparently really expensive. So it means that you're spending that money in, and the small little like cashback that you get from it isn't enough to buy anything. So it's kind of like, what's the bloody point? So that means that you'd have to pay 2 months to get like one skin.
So they get people to buy the $99.99 version.
And you'd get a big, it's ridiculous. And then the private servers have also got a massive problem. Now, what do you expect from a server that has the tagline private? So
it's just me in it?
Yes, that's what you would think, but unfortunately you've not evolved with the mines and the nuclear radiation that's leaking out of the vault, because in Fallout 76's mode, private just means that your mates can join in anyway.
That is definitely what the dictionary definition of private says.
Yeah, exactly.
Me and my friends.
So that means that if you've got anyone on your friends list who can see that you're playing, they can click join and they can jump into your private server, making it not private in the slightest.
Really, really bad for people like, say for instance, like if we had a stream, WhatCulture Gaming does stream sometimes, and we friended a few people to play games with, and then forgot to unfriend them. We're hanging around, playing Fallout 76, and all of a sudden this wave of people come in and start taking all our stuff.
I know, and the stuff, taking the stuff is actually something that is another problem, because people are saying that they're logging into private worlds onto different servers, and they're finding that they're already pre-looted. Now, Bethesda have responded to this. They've responded by saying that this is working entirely as intended. Now take a moment to digest that, because that doesn't seem right, does it? They have gone on to try and clarify. What they're saying is that if you're in one server and you loot a chest and then you go into a private server, that chest will still count as being looted.
Which I guess kind of makes sense in the whole role-playing way of things. It's like, oh, I've been to this town. I can't then just reload the game and go to this town again. It makes sense.
However, there is a problem because of the fact that apparently the player registry of who opens a chest has been a bit muddled. So that means that if you're on a server and other people have been looting areas around you, as in say that you can see your mate over there opening that chest, but you didn't open it, go into the next server, that chest will still be looted.
I would call that broken.
Yeah, exactly. So therefore, you basically don't get any of the rewards at all, and you can only have 8 players in a private lobby.
Well, yeah, I mean,
no, not okay. The game is meant to be supporting 70 players, isn't it?
If you want to play multiplayer, if you want to play the MMO aspect of it, play on the public server.
This is very true.
If you want to play a private server, I think 8 people is fine.
I personally would like to have a lot more, like the same level
like Minecraft.
Because you might want to just have a private Discord server. You just invite everyone over from that. You know what I mean? I know that it's a public thing, but it just means that you can get more control. I think that's all that people want, is just more control over their game.
I think people just want the newer game to be better than what the older games were, and not an actual step back that costs more.
Yeah, it's just, and the worst thing about this is, and this is basically a bit of speculation on our behalf as well, but a few other YouTubers have pointed out as well, saying that DLC, Pete Hines said that all DLC, apart from cosmetic skins, would be free. Now, with the introduction of this premium subscription model, some people are suggesting, and the wording of this Fallout First thing is suggesting that mods and DLC will be free still, but only for people who have the premium subscription model. So therefore they can still claim that it is free, but you are having to pay for the privilege to download it for free.
It actually blows my mind. Do these developers, does Bethesda not realize that they are literally probably the most hated company in gaming at the minute?
Do you know what it is? Is that every single giant sort of big corporation has got a sort of persona and style. EA is the guy who comes to your house and he will literally rob you at gunpoint.
To be fair, hated's a little strong.
Bethesda's kind of a little bit of a buffoon.
We're not angry, we're disappointed.
Yeah, that's exactly it, because Bethesda, they're making, obviously, they're publishing Doom Eternal. When I played that game, that was insanely good. That's going to do insanely well. But the problem is they've just had a bad year. They do not know what to do with Fallout 76, and it just seems that they're trying to grab as much cash as they can, because let's face it, Rage 2 came out this year. What else
did it?
Yeah,
I know it did.
They had Youngblood as well that came out as well, and they've had
sort of like mediocre kind of fanfare to them.
So they needed a win, and this is not how they go about it. And you know what?
No.
It's so they haven't really planned for the future. They're just doing stuff in the immediacy to just try and recoup some losses from bad sales. I mean, they didn't even get the domain name for Fallout First, as I said yesterday. So the lack of foresight for this is just bad.
I just saw that this morning, and I couldn't believe it. The trolling power of the internet just continues to surprise me.
I honestly cannot believe that they have managed to get this out in this state and think that that's okay, especially when we were having a discussion earlier with them saying that they were pushing back the Wastelanders DLC to try and perfect it to make it good.
Me and my naivety was like, oh, that's really interesting. They're delaying something that they're going to put out for free because it's not perfect, but they're releasing something that costs a lot of money. $13 a month is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like you and Ash were saying, that's more than Game Pass that gives you loads of games and Outer Worlds. But they're like, oh, let's rush this out, let's make people pay for this, and it's broken. It's not only is it broken, it's not only not giving people something, it's taking things away from people. It's taking people's things.
It's bizarre.
So they rush that out that costs money, but they delay the thing that's free.
I would actually rather that they release the free bit of DLC and then adapt onto it and then like fix like bits and bobs down the line.
I mean, we all would, because that's just logical, right?
But the fact is that they say to like, you should be grateful that you're going to get this bit of DLC that's really amazing, guys. You should really stick with this game because it is going to be great. But also, here's this bit that we're just going to shove right in there. It's like it feels like it's a kick in the teeth after them promising you a lovely buffet further down the line. I can't eat it because I've got no teeth.
All transparency, being completely transparent. Have you played Fallout 76?
I have played Fallout 76. I will try that sentence again. I did play Fallout 76.
How much did you try of it?
I played 14 to 15 hours when it first came.
A butt ton more than me.
Because I felt like at that time I had to, because we were obviously doing like, not reviews in progress style thing, but I felt like I really needed to have a look at it and see what it was about. And I did not enjoy my time with it. I'm really sorry, I just didn't enjoy it.
I mean, literally, you played more than me. All I did was, Ash and I played the early access, which was like a little beta, like literally the week before launch. And I had a lovely time, but I did not, like nothing stuck with me that made me want to actually buy the game or go back to it. What would have enticed me to give Fallout 76 another go is if what they had done, say they introduced this membership, right? The membership is expensive. Hear me out. Hear me out. $13 a month. Why not include the game for free in the membership?
As in, so you like, so it's just $13 a month as a trial. I mean, like
to get new people.
Anything like that, or just do it as a free-to-play model and then just have, you know what?
The thing is, though, I'm glad they didn't because it's broken anyway.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like what they're doing now is fighting fires that they are unfortunately causing themselves. If they had just said that the Wastelanders DLC was the next thing down the roadmap and they had introduced that, and then they put the subscription model in further down the line, at least people would have said, oh, there's some content to this game. Oh, there's some reason to stick with it and do this. But at the moment, you get nothing. And even though Bethesda have stated that the shard box or whatever it is, the Scrapbox, they're saying that it's a display error that means that you can't see your stuff.
Yeah, it's an interface bug apparently.
But the problem is that there are other players who have said, no, I've tried to take it back out again, and because it doesn't exist, because it's a display error, it doesn't exist. You can call it a display error as much as you want. It literally doesn't exist in the game world. So there we go. That's been the unfortunate probable demise of Fallout 76. Like, I don't see them coming back from this unless the Wastelanders DLC is the best thing in the world.
It's not going to be though. Like I said, I'm sorry for my pessimism because, like I said, I didn't actually play that much of Fallout 76, so I don't know what I'm so mad about. For me, I'm mad and scared because I am a huge fan of Elder Scrolls, and it just makes me really fearful for Elder Scrolls 6. But with the Wastelanders DLC, it's really hard to be optimistic about it, even though it is free. It might not be free.
This is the thing. Like, if they change it so that the mods and other DLC are only for people who are part of the premium thing, I think that's a really disgusting model. Because it's basically lying to you in a different way. It's saying to you, hey, it is free, but you do have to pay for it. Then it's not free then. It just annoys me. Like, this whole thing is basically just a company that is really unsure of what a great IP it has and is unfortunately just dragging it through the mud with every decision it makes. They think that this is all just going to blow over. They think that this is going to, but their player base is dwindling. There will be no one left. It will become a wasteland because they are not taking care of it properly.
It was good that.
I guess why I get paid the medium bucks here. Anyway, that has been the news today. The sad demise of Bethesda. I hope that you, air quotes, enjoyed it, you sick bastards. But I too had fun presenting it, so that's always good. And thank you, Rach, for joining me.
It's good to poop on stuff for a change.
Oh, it is indeed. And if you want to chat to us further, you can do so at RetroJ with a 0 for myself and for Rachel Howie.
Don't rage quit.
Damn right.
But you can rage quit Fallout 76 because it's not worth it.
Damn right. Anyway, hope you have a fantastic day, whatever you were getting up to, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye.